By now, everyone has heard Shirley Strawberry, the co host of the famous radio show, The Steve Harvey Morning Show, reportedly told her soon to be estranged husband, Earnesto Williams, in an October 2022 jail call that Steve Harvey and his wife, Marjorie Harvey, had a luxurious lifestyle, while people who worked for and with them did not have much. Hello, everyone. It's me again, Delightful Soul, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. And as always, I appreciate your support. And if this is your first time and you would like to support this channel, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But meanwhile, let's talk about this story, huh? Shirley Strawberry is a household name in the radio industry, especially known for her role on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. She made headlines due to her husband, Earnesto Williams' incarceration in Atlanta Fulton County Jail on some serious charges. I don't think that part is fair. Shirley is non-problematic and is having to deal with these issues that are not of her actions. But did she cause this on herself by ignoring the signs and covering for her estranged husband, alleged indiscretions? The alleged charges against him are extensive: gun possession, theft, fraud, and child pornography, as noted by the Jasmine brand. The conversation Shirley had with her estranged husband was recorded in the late 2022 and is now surfacing that there are claims that Marjorie, Steve's wife, had or is allegedly fooling around with the bodyguard. I do not know how true that is, and I really don't care. But this apology Shirley gave had me feeling some type of way for her. I felt the humiliation, some sort of walk of shame, but I also heard Steve, what you and Marjorie had going on statement twice. But mostly, she made sure she detached Steve from Ernest and any of his likings.
Um, my estranged husband is in jail. He's been in jail for over a year since about the right after the 4th of July of 2022. And recently, some phone calls from last year between he and I were leaked. And on those calls, you hear me saying you were winded going up the stairs at your home, and Marjorie looks at us as the help. And right here and now, I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. As much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. I can't. I said it, and I want to apologize. It was definitely not me trying to add to what you and Marjorie already have going on in your lives right now. But the fact that these tapes were released, it does seem like everyone is coming to you, coming for you, I should say, at this time, including me. But in reality, the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie have going on. It was just me running my mouth in a private conversation, or what I thought was a private conversation. And again, I apologize. I feel terrible. I make no excuses. I said what I said, and there's no denying it. There's no taking it back. Back then, when the phone calls happened, I was trying to stand by my man, be supportive wife. I've been married to this man for 8 years. I had no idea that all this was going on with him. I had no idea. And the charges that he's facing are horrific. They are really bad. I for sure did not want your name mentioned in any kind of way associated with my mess. So I had to call you. I had to tell you it was a hard call for me to make. But I called you. And I want to clear something up, Steve. You did not introduce me to him. I met him through a friend. I should say an ex-friend now. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I had to tell you, he was in jail. It was going to come out. I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. I wanted you to hear it from me because I knew once the police and everyone, got involved, and they were already involved, and they found out who his wife was and who she worked with and all of that, and that's you, Steve Harvey, it would become, a real big story because it's you, your name. And like I told you, Steve, when I called you, I didn't want to call you. I mean, I was embarrassed. I was hurt. I felt so stupid, and, I felt betrayed, humiliated. It was just terrible. I mean, I kept saying to myself, how is this my life? Police and jail and all of this. It was just something that I didn't, I'd never experienced anything like this. The police came, they took my car. I was at the salon getting my hair done. They rolled up, took my car. I had to have my stylist take me home. I had to move in with friends. I lost my house. I lost everything. Oh, and I have to tell you this too. Like on the day, July 4th, we were having dinner with friends, and we were going to watch the fireworks after that. And so the fireworks didn't happen that night because it was like a terrible, terrible storm. So the fireworks got canceled. And when I look back, I see now that was kind of a metaphor for what was about to happen in my life. The thunderstorms were coming. They were coming. The next day, last time I saw him, he was arrested the very, very next day. I didn't even know he was arrested. I couldn't get in touch with him. I got a call from the jail, and, I didn't answer it because I'm like, who would be calling me from jail? I looked at my phone like, jail? Where'd this call? It just didn't compute. So I just ignored it. But he got word to me through one of his friends. They texted me that he was at Fulton County Jail. So the next time he called, I picked up, and that was him that had called earlier from jail. And, he told me what happened. I thought he would be getting out in a couple of days because that's what he told me. But of course, here we are a year later. Those days turned into weeks. The weeks turned into months. And like I said, this is just on and on every day. It's just something. And my life has just been a nightmare ever since. And it's still going on, Steve. I mean, I had no idea that those tapes would be released to the world. I knew that they were being recorded, but I didn't know that they were going to go out to the world. I mean, I was just trying to make conversation with him, trying to, just get him to think about something other than where he was. I was telling him about my day, this particular day, and that was the day we were talking about, on the phone when I said those things about you and the things that you heard and the world heard. And cut to today, I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. Divorce proceedings are underway. And Steve, at this point, all I could say is what I have is my faith. If it wasn't for God, I probably would have, lost my mind or something in this instance. People don't see what happens when these mics go off. Who wants their personal stuff, their private conversations to go out to public? No one wants that. I mean, what could I say to you after this, happened? I was devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. I mean, I thought of everything. I could lose my job. How could I face you? Everything. What I'm going through is what I'm going through. And I've been going through it for over a year. I just haven't spoken about it. Then on top of all that, these tapes come out, and I'm talking about you and Marjorie, and you guys are going through your own private hell right now. You didn't need me to contribute to anything, and I thought back, because I knew I had to say something, speak on. You created this term years ago in Los Angeles called reality radio, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is about as real as it gets. Sure. And the reason I'm here before you now, I wanted to say it live on the radio, is because your name is in it. You know, we've been friends for a long time, Steve, and these jail calls were made public, and I wanted to give you and Marjorie a public apology and to ask for your forgiveness publicly. I just wanted to have a real moment with you. And, you know, I have to tell you, I've been coming to work every day because, you know, it's my only safe haven right now. It gave me a place where I could still be myself and forget my troubles for a little while, you know, and just, you know, do my job. You know, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, of course, Steve, Tommy, Junior, and of course my girl Carla, you know, for the space and the grace that you guys have shown me. You know, this is a very difficult time in my life, is if you can imagine. You know, I love you guys. We're family, and I thank you. And I just want to thank everyone. I'm just trying to live. I'm sorry for what you and your wife are going through right now in your life. And I hate your names were dragged into my drama because you certainly don't deserve it. All right, Steve.
She should have known issues were arising with the sporadic legal problems Earnest had and all of the moving they had done because of financial issues. Do I believe all of the innocence she is displaying? No, because there are rumors that her daughter allegedly revealed his alleged misconduct. And of course, Shirley chose love. Now where are we? Where we should have been months, if not years ago, when he stopped being motivated to make an honest living and live an honest life. What I mean is, without Earnest in your life. During those jailhouse recordings, Earnest didn't show any shame to his wife for those allegations he was facing, and she didn't ask for any, just to clean it up. I do understand they may have been advised not to discuss his case, but some say, who blames her? At this point in her life, certainly she wants to find love, and he was just the wrong guy. When he married her, he didn't even bother conserving her name and reputation. But to add to her distress, Shirley read a statement apologizing to Steve for the things she had said. Steve said that she wanted to make this statement, stroking his ego. When it was mentioned that Shirley and Steve talked over the phone, that should have been it. I feel as if there was no need for her to be reprimanded for what her husband had done. Yes, reprimanded. When her statements were not that serious, Steve could have only said his part. Shirley did not say anything wrong or bad about Steve to even get this attention. On the other hand, she could have wanted to make this statement to detach everyone she has introduced Earnest to, or to help Steve address what he had going on with Marjorie.
What I do understand, though, see, this jailhouse conversation you had was last year in October 2022. But the devil know how to pile on at the right time. So this tape that was made in October 2022 gets released right on the heels of all of this. Give you a brief recap. We opened up the floor for Shirley to tell her story, whatever she wanted to do. We didn't rehearse this. We didn't plan this. Shirley came out and apologized for the things that were said about myself and my wife. But I also realize, and I know, the timing of all this is important, because this conversation she had with her estranged husband was in October of 2022. The tapes got released right now. So, and then when you can throw my name on anything, because you look at all these stories, my name headlines the stuff. And so Shirley, when it came out, she called right away, apologized and everything. And so I understand that. And Shirley didn't want her mess to become our mess. Let me say this to you, Shirley. We have known about this right after it happened. But we can't get in nobody's marriage and just go, girl, what you doing? What you thinking? What you
We didn't want to say nothing.
Right. They didn't want to say nothing.
We didn't want to talk
because
about it.
We didn't want to talk about it, and we wanted to create for you a space where you could come to work and have some moments, because I know what it's like.
And you did.
And it made it look like Shirley was piling on.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't her intent, but it happened. Like I say, I understand. The part I'm coming with now is because it's been so ugly for my wife, man. And see, this is what I've never done before. It's been so ugly for my wife. And I've stood there trying not to say nothing. But I'm not a blog. Me, Shirley, Carla, Tommy, Mississippi Jr., we ain't a blog. We're a real media platform. So what I'm about to do now is clear up a few things. And the comment that came out, it was untimely. But that's why we don't have people in our house. That's why that's why a whole lot of stuff we don't do. But when I come back, we'll be back. And my fat wheezing ass will straighten all this out.
Stop. I said I was sorry.
But I just want to be clear about that. I just wanted my fat wheezing ass going up these steps. I'm be back. I'm not going to
You were winded, though.
Well, you sorry all you want. Hell, that's what I heard. Because we sitting up in here and we dealing with stuff and that y'all just printing lies and rumors, and the viciousness of it is what I'm finna talk about. Now, let me tell you something. Normally, we don't care nothing about your blogs and all this here, but I'm really tired of y'all, man. And you know the sad thing behind all of this? The majority of these blogs, they black people. The very people that we try to uphold and uplift the most. What all of our foundation is about saving and changing the lives of young black people. And then it's the black bloggers that's the nastiest when it comes to all of us. And that's the part I want to get at, and then I'm gonna let it go. Because after today, ain't no more. After today, there will be no more.
Well, I just want to say, thank you guys for letting me finally get that out. I've been holding it in for quite some time. Thank you guys. That's all I can say. And Steve, to you, thank you, of course, for not firing me.
This ain't worth losing no job over. I had way worse stuff happen to me. But you know what, Dick? I just found out my fat wheezing ass had to
just do some cardio, that's all.
I'm already got this. Hey, you forgot. That's an old ass tape. You ain't seen me. I'm so fly right now. All right, y'all. Hey, man, y'all keep talking to God. We love you.
So y'all tell me what you think about this story. And as always, I thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.